Hello there. I started making videos of my adventures, and up until now they've been mostly outdoor adventures. I wanted to start including another major portion of my life that takes up most of my time in between my hiking or biking outings to show you the full scope of what I do. Since I enjoy many different adventures in many different forms, it seemed only natural to document these as well. About 3 years ago, we bought a major fixer-upper house with the intent to do all the work ourselves and eventually sell it when it was finished.
This is Irene here, and when we say do all the work ourselves, Evan means most of the work by himself.
Since we were renting another house at the time, it seemed like a good idea and it gave us something to work on outside of our normal jobs. Approximately 1 year into owning the house, Irene and I moved into it as I started a new job.
So we moved into a construction zone.
Into the dining room we moved.
Let's just point out that at the time, there was no heat in the house, and we moved in December. So the photos you're seeing are when it was put up for sale in July.
One of the major issues with this house when we bought it is that it had a hole in the roof. While it was just one hole in the roof, it was leading to some pretty bad leaking. Water was leaking through and then it would leak down into the basement. And there were some structural problems where the house kind of sagged in the middle from all the water. All of the old carpet was going to have to be ripped up. The structural problems in the middle of the house were going to be fixed. We were definitely going to have to update the bathroom. We were going to have to replace the windows, not to mention there was only an oil furnace that supplied heat for the whole house that was broken when we got it. One of the oddest features of this house was that while it had an unfinished basement, the kitchen was in the only finished portion of the basement. The previous residents had used a wood cook stove to cook most of their meals. The only appliance that was left in the whole house was a hot water heater. That was the only thing that was new. Other than that, the house was very bare. Throughout our journey, we definitely tried to do a lot of work. Some work we maybe went overboard on, and some work I think we did great on. But all in all, it's really come together and turned into a nice little house. Throughout this entire project, we have learned multitudes and have been through some major ups and downs along the way. We've learned the right way to do things by learning from our mistakes and fixing things when needed. And while we still aren't completely finished, we do see the end in sight and just have a few more projects to do. Keep an eye out for our next video, which is going to show some picture and some video progress over those 3 years. And I will follow up with more videos as I go through on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, showing projects that I work on in the evenings after work and on the weekends, because I do a lot of that.